Dear Mr. Gelman, you play a lot of greasy ass characters. How deep does this grease go? Do you think you've hit maximum grease? And you must ask them this question exactly like that. That's what they wanted to know. That is from Karma D.
Well, Karma, I hope you're Jewish because that's borderline anti-Semitism. See, not even Janet.
Janet the dog will not allow that question.
Okay, when I was younger, I was obsessed with Danny DeVito. You know, I would like
Louis on
Taxi and like Ruthless People, and I was just like, those characters are the best. And I loved like Zero Mostel and the producers. I loved like scumbag characters. I mean, like you could even say that about Groucho Marx, you know. So I was like, I wanted to very much to play the villain a lot of the time. So I think that those characters, I mean, I don't see them as greasy. I see them as like flawed and like, you know, in pain. Like Martin to me is just in hell, you know, and he's taking that out on the people around him, and he's an alcoholic and he's a destructive person. But like, I don't think you can, you know, you guys know this as actors, like you can't play anybody, no matter how reprehensible they are. You don't think that you're reprehensible.
Right. You have to have like a caring core at your center on some level of this. Yeah.
Like when I saw the first episode of season 2 of Fleabag, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, that's a real piece of
well, that's what I was thinking about. Like, I mean, there is something like your character in that second season of that show has a desperation that is so like kind of realized, but like you go, ooh.
Like if I watch Lemon, I'm like, whoa, this character is so mentally ill, you know? But when I'm playing him, I'm like, oh, he's alienated. He feels separate. He feels like a failure. But you just take that to like a certain level. And I guess, you know, if you immerse yourself in like the emotional life to a certain degree, it's going to really shake an audience.
I feel like we don't ever really have serious conversations on here, and like, and just in general, it also just makes me want to watch Fleabag again. Like, I just want to go and watch Fleabag again.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. It's
you know, I mean, she wrote me that monologue at the end, so that sort of like it gave him a little bit of a, you know, of a redemption in a way, you know, but also not.
Well, but I mean, also like her character is extremely flawed too. It's not like you know, it's just a different level of flaw. Like, you know, it's
every single character in that show is really up and really, they're like insanely flawed. I mean, I would even go so far as to say that the worst character, most evil, is Olivia Colman's character. Is
yes.
And I said that to her, and she got really. I was like, you have the most horrible character in this show, and she's like, what? Because Olivia in real life is like pure joy, like no. She's like, you know, she's really like walking tea and biscuits, like for real. Like,
oh man, I love that.
And you know, and like in real life, I am sort of dark at times, but like, she doesn't like show her darkness at all. But I mean, like a lot of the British don't do that.
It's all hidden. I mean, that's like part of the whole culture, I guess.
Like, have you ever like tried to like talk about like a serious like emotional problem to a British person? They're like, I'm having an anxiety attack right now. Not supposed to do that. That's rude. But like, so, but like, yeah, I think she's like a sociopath. Like, she is just has this like air. Whereas I feel like my character is behaving this way because he's tortured and because he feels alone and he feels like he's trying to avoid the fact that his wife doesn't love him anymore and like just trying to drink himself numb. But, you know, and when you do that, it all comes boiling over.